That's crackling.
You had an issue with your speed. If I held it, it wasn't an issue. I don't know why. It wasn't necessarily.
Oh boy, that's crackly.
Crackly.
There's no rhyme or reason why. Did you turn the unit on?
It's on. I don't know if we're live. Well, we'll try to figure this out as we move along, right?
Good now.
Yeah, it sounds good now. Maybe not.
Well, we'll try. Okay. You tell us whenever you're ready. We got 2 minutes beforehand, so it's only 4:58. And Jason's got all his notes.
I got all my notes.
We're live.
Oh, we're live now.
We're live. Oh, well, welcome, everyone. My name is Steve Tempesta. I'm here with my good friend Jason Bergeron here, bringing you the Bedford girls hockey game this afternoon versus Souhegan. It's going to be a really interesting game. We're at Sullivan Arena, 5 p.m. start. So girls are all gotten dressed, and now they're having a little coaches meeting. But welcome and for joining us today. Thank you. Any words?
Yeah, thanks for having us. This is going to be a fun night. It's going to be a great experience for us to be able to share the game with all those parents and families that aren't able to come in during this time. We're excited to be able to do that and honored to be able to do that.
Absolutely. So, and thanks for asking me, Jay. So here we are, first game of the season for this Bulldog team. I got a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, so a young group. Tell me a little bit about the team. You have a daughter on this team. Tell me about Ashley's experience thus far.
Ashley's experience has been great thus far. I mean, it's been early mornings. These girls have been working really hard. They wake up every morning. They're here. We wake up at 4:30 at our house. We get here by 5:15. They're on the ice at 5:45 in the morning. They're working really hard to get prepared for this big game. They're excited for sure about opening up the season. They were supposed to open up last week against Berlin. They actually got canceled due to a snowstorm up there in Berlin,
Boy, okay.
surprisingly. So they're excited to be opening up the game today, and looking forward to seeing what they bring to the ice. The team is young, right? We have 4 freshmen. We got 1 senior. Just 1 senior. So it's going to be interesting to see how they take the ice and battle Souhegan today.
Tell me a little bit about Kendall. She's our senior this year from Bedford. Tell us a little bit about her.
Kendall has been with this program since its inception. Bedford started the girls hockey program in 2017. She was a freshman. She joined the team and has excelled all the way through. As the lone senior this year, she's a captain. She's co-captain with Cami Grenier and Lauren Thomas. And I'm sure she's looking forward to kicking off her senior year.
I know that she's excited to be here. We both know their parents, a great family. So the hockey family been around for a long time, and I'm excited to see that she's playing and a senior. I can't believe it. I've known her since she was little, right?
Since they moved here from Minnesota.
So she's a young girl that's been really doing well. She's a leader on this team. She's been a leader on this team for the past couple of seasons. She was a captain last year as well. She brings a lot of experience to this team, so it really benefits these young players, the freshmen like your daughter, Ashley coming in. So it's good to have senior leadership like that. Tell me a little bit about the team other than Kendall. What else do you see in this group?
Yeah, I see defensive leadership, actually. You talk about Kendall. She's a defenseman on this team, and really what I see is defensive strength thus far.
Okay.
It'll be exciting to kind of watch what takes place on the ice today, of course. But from what I can tell, they have the upperclassmen tend to be on the defensive side of the puck, and I think that's going to be a help, something that's really positive for this team. Really, any good team builds from the defense out, defensive zone
Always,
out.
right.
So when you do that, I think good things can happen on the offensive side.
Tell us a little bit about the coach. What have you heard about him? Glenn. Glenn's been around this program for a while, been coaching girls hockey since his daughter was playing. He's a well-experienced, a really good coach. Tell me what you know. Yeah,
Glenn has been around for a long time. Like you said, he's been somebody that has been in many organizations teaching girls hockey all along. It's really exciting that Bedford was able to get him into this organization from its inception. Again, he's been here since day one as well. So with any good team, strong leadership is what it's all about. And Glenn provides that on this team.
I can't say enough about Glenn. I served with Glenn on the board of directors for the Manchester Flames for many years, and he's been around the girls program for a while. So he's got a world of experience, treats these girls with respect. He's such a good coach, and I think the girls really enjoy playing for him as their coach. So it's a good thing. So I see the girls are taking the ice at the moment. Both teams are out here for warm-ups.
Yeah.
We're going to see a little bit of warm-ups here, kind of let the girls get going, and then we're going to start. What do we anticipate for starting lineup today?
I think Coach said you have that starting lineup there, right? I think Coach
has circled a couple. I think he was working on his defensive pairings, but we're going to see Lauren Thomas starting at center, Kendall Joyce, Gabriel Cotnor. Sorry for the Cotnor family, and Amanda Ducharme.
Amanda will be in net, so Amanda's going to be our starting goalie for today.
So he was working out the defensive pairing. He didn't quite get us to that, but he and his assistant coaches were sort of figuring that out. What do you know about that line, that first starting line, that forward group?
Yeah, I think Lauren Thomas is going to be centering that line, and she had a great freshman year. Last year, she scored a lot of goals for this team, and I think she's going to provide a lot of strength up front. And on the defensive side, like I said earlier, they got 3 really strong defensemen that are going to really carry the defensive load. They're going to be skating a lot today. There's some scratches in today's game, so they're going to be skating quite a bit, and each of these players is going to get the opportunity to really perform.
So I'm more familiar with the boys' game, and I know when they start warm-ups, man, it just seems like there's more people on the ice. I think the boys are just bigger bodies.
Bigger, yeah.
So you see more people. I look out, I'm like, wow, this looks like a small group of girls. As they said, there's 3 girls that are scratched today, just dealing with some kind of nagging injuries. So they're going to be a little lighter, get a little more ice time. So we'll see a lot of familiar faces on the ice repeatedly. So that might benefit the Bulldogs today.
It might benefit the Bulldogs today, yeah. And for us, it's going to benefit us. We're going to be able to kind of get the names right? There's no names on the jerseys here, so
it's always a benefit, right?
It's always a benefit for us.
I know 2 girls in this team. That's it. So this is going to be interesting. Where I've worked the boys' games before. My boys played, so I knew every player. I knew all the kids by name. I knew their jersey numbers and so on. This is going to be a challenge today.
Certainly is. And for us parents, as a freshman parent on this team, we haven't had the opportunity to see these kids on the ice at all. So all the practices have been here at St. A's. It's been closed practices, of course, due to COVID. So we're excited to be able to actually see these kids on the ice for the first time as well.
For sure. So talking about the boys game, you have a son as well, who's a sophomore, I believe.
Sophomore, yep.
Playing on the JV squad. So Bedford's got a robust program, varsity and JV. He's on the JV team. And you have a young lady here on the Lady Bulldogs. So tell me that dynamic of between the two, having the two children playing. How exciting is that? I've had two at the same time.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I mean, we're always on the road and always on the go, going to games and practices, and it's really fun. There's a lot of internal challenge, inside our household for sure. Both kids are really trying to strive to be better than each other, and I think that's just normal.
That's always normal.
That's just normal, right? So that creates a lot of fun as well. But the difference between the boys and the girls game is quite simple, right? The boys game is really about high puck movement, fast puck movement, getting the pucks in deep, and then creating turnovers. The girls game is much more about puck possession. They really like to skate the puck. They really like to make some plays, but really possess the puck is the key in the girls game.
So you'll see a more European type of version of the game. You're not going to see a lot of physical play, not a lot of body hits, none of that. Yeah, they're allowed to kind of ride each other off the puck in the corner. We'll talk about that during the game. But in the boys' game, you'll see these big collisions and big hits. It's just such a different game.
Yeah, the angling and the use of the body in the women's game is very different than the men's game. So in the women's game, they're really going to just angle the puck off, angle that skater off, and force players to give up that puck, right? So if it's a puck possession game, they ride that player into the boards and force that player to take a different action.
Tell me a little bit about how the JV team doing.
JV boys is doing great. They opened the season with 2 ties against some pretty good squads. And this last game, they just won. They beat Londonderry, so they're 1-0-2 right now. They actually play tonight at 6:10 over at Tri-Town Ice Arena.
Okay,
taking on a good, strong BG team. So it'll be interesting to see how they do.
Always a tough competitor there at BG,
for sure.
And earlier today, the Bedford Varsity played Concord. A recap from last year's state championship game. They were co-champions, but they played today. What a game! I heard it was a really good game. Bedford was the winner, 2-1. What do you know about that game? Do you at all?
I do, yeah. I watched that game, and early on, Bedford went up 2-0 real fast. And then right at the end of the period, Concord in the first scored a goal, making it 2-1, and then it stayed 2-1. So that's a good up and down battle all the way. And I think both goaltenders must have made a lot of saves in the end of that game, which I wasn't able to see, unfortunately.
Sure. No, it's good. It's good. It's good to start off that way. Concord's going to be a pretty good team again in this season. Bedford's notorious for starting out strong, kind of just staying even keel, and then really piling on at the end. But some of the advantages that they've had in the years past, off-ice workouts and stuff, have sort of been taken away because of COVID. So I'm interested to see how Coach Marty deals with that. But we're not here to talk about the boys' game.
Right. We're here to talk about these girls on the ice tonight.
Let's talk about the girls. A little bit more about the girls. Tell me about the keys to the game. You would put some papers together talking about keys to the game. What do you think the key to the game is here?
Yeah, I think in any good hockey game, and especially for us, and not having been able to see them play, I think the key to the game is going to be working hard in the defensive zone to start, right? We talk about it a lot at the beginning of this game. Working hard in the defensive zone is what carries teams out and protects the puck early. Once they get that, once they do all that work in the defensive zone, using their speed through the neutral zone and really possessing that puck is going to be an important part. So if you work hard in that D zone, you possess the puck through that neutral zone, then you can get into that offensive zone and start to see what you have on the offensive side. So I think the key is really going to be on the defensive side of the puck, though. Really limit those shots.
Okay. So I know we've coached together. We've done a lot of things together, but I'm a defensive guy. I think highly of playing defense, bringing the forwards down deep and making sure that they're helping out. In the girls' game, you can sustain shots from the point. It's just a different shot than it is in the boys' game. So I think really bringing the wingers down and letting them play defense and supporting their defensive pairs and helping them out is going to really benefit them. So we'll see how that game starts out today. I'm excited to see this. It's going to be a fun watch today for sure. So this is the first time you're seeing them all season.
First time I've seen them all season long.
So tell me the emotions that you're going through. Where's Mom? Mom's at home watching this on YouTube. Mom. Hi, Amy. But
Hi, Amy.
She's watching the game today. But tell me, this is the first time watching your daughter. You've watched her grow up in youth hockey and all that. What's it mean to you? You're a guy that's played competitive hockey throughout high school hockey. You played some in college.
Yeah.
So you have a pretty good career behind you. What does it mean to you to watch your daughter step on the ice today?
Yeah, first and foremost, my son has actually got a game at 6:10, so Amy is actually watching probably from the parking lot over at Tri-Town Ice Arena. So
probably.
When you have two kids in the sport, this is what happens. But The emotions for me personally, watching my daughter take the ice for the first time for high school, it's something you can't really put words to, right? I know how much she loves this game. She works so hard at this game, and all these girls are working so hard at this game to really try to make something for this team. So it's really exciting. It's emotional to be here, and I'm really honored to be able to be in here and
Sure.
being able to broadcast this game and sharing this with everybody else.
No, it's exciting. This emotion, I'll be honest with you, Jason, it pales in comparison to the emotion of the last game they play. So enjoy this one. About 4 years from now, when they play the last game, we'll talk. We'll talk after that. I know I had 2 kids that go through it. It's pretty emotional, that's for sure. Both kids graduated. They both were fortunate enough to win state championships here for Bedford, so it was great. But enough about that. But so I'm excited for the game. The warm-ups are almost over. Sadly, with COVID, some of the changes, the PA system doesn't work here. So I don't know if they're going to do announcements. They really didn't give us that, but I know we're not going to hear the national anthem, which is a shame. So if you're at home, please stand up and do that for yourself. You don't want to hear Jason and I do it.
Yeah,
no way.
We're not singers.
So the game will start promptly, probably a couple minutes, and we'll get started. Let's talk a little bit about Souhegan here, Jason. Who do you know about Souhegan? I mean, I couldn't get any information. I don't really know anything about these young ladies from this squad.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about them either. I do know that they opened their season the other day. They played St. Thomas, and they lost that game. They lost that first game. So I'm not really sure much about them other than it looks like, based on some early game research I did, they returned about 5 or 6 players from last year's squad. And they have, right around 4 or 5 seniors on the team from what I can tell. So, I think the team, again, any team that has a little bit of, of upperclassmen leadership can be strong. And we'll see here once they take the ice, what they're bringing to the table this year.
For sure. Well, I would guess, and I don't know, but their goaltender, Taryn Quinlan, she, from a distance, she's tiny. She looks like a young goalie. They gave up a bunch of goals to St. Thomas. I don't know how skilled St. Thomas is. I wish I knew more. I just don't. But it looks like we might have an opportunity here, put some pucks in the net.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for us to really use our speed, push pucks in deep. Once you come out of the defensive zone, really come out as a group, possess the puck, as you mentioned, as one of the keys, and really bring the pucks into the zone and get shots on net. As anything else, in every opportunity you have, shoot it on net, hope for a rebound, and then somebody can collect the trash right in front of the net. That'd be nice. Good things will happen for sure. So I'm excited. We're about to start the game. 25 seconds here in warmups. They'll bring the kids over for a little bit of a coach's chat. We're on the near side, so we're going to go right to left. We're in white. Bedford's wearing their white uniforms. Love the jerseys, by the way. I really like them. They just look really, really fantastic.
Really sharp.
So Bedford's going to be going right to left. Souhegan in the dark jersey is going to go left to right. We're going to do our best to call this game with mediocre knowledge of every player's name and numbers and so on. So we'll see. But looks like they're going to do some kind of an announcement here. Got all the kids lining up on the end lines.
Oh, right to the bench now.
Oh, they're collecting the kids to the bench. All right, well, we're going to get underway in just a few moments. So we're excited. Anything else you want to add, Jason, before we get started?
I just want to wish these girls the best of luck in their 4th season. And, it doesn't matter if you're a freshman or a senior. These games all mean something to these players, and they work so hard to be here. So,
how many games are they slated for?
I want to say 10 is what I understand.
Okay. And the game was supposed to be played against another opponent, Pinkerton, and it got moved. I'm excited that Souhegan was able to step in on short notice.
Yeah, really. It was really great. Corey Parker actually made a great move there to be able to, bring in Souhegan and make that call. So we're really excited to be able to still have a game today and not have another one canceled on us this year.
Yeah, this is the challenges of COVID. I know we're all facing it, but each person, each player, and each sport is facing something different and something unique. And hockey's no different than basketball or field hockey or volleyball. It doesn't matter. So I know that hockey has been challenged for sure. But all right, well, we have a little bit of coach's quick chat. Captain's got to say something. Game 1 ready to go. We're just about underway. Again, we bring this game to you from St. Anselm's Sullivan Arena here in Goffstown. Bedford in white, Souhegan in dark black. Bedford wins the faceoff. Lauren Thomas with the puck, tries to go short side. Beautiful shot right there, Jay. Short side, up high, just a little bit over the net. That could have snuck in there.
That just missed.
working the puck. Carrying is going to be a little bit of an offsides here. Taking a little bit of time coming out of the zone. Just couldn't get out in time before they rally the troops and circle back in. Oh, she's shrugging her shoulders as she entered the bench. She thought she had one there. Keeping it in at the blue line.
There's that shot.
Quick shot, number 5.
That's Kendall.
Kendall Cassidy, captain, got deflected wide. Back to the D, number 15. Cameron Grenier tried to go D to D. That just kind of escaped the zone. Looking for a pass, wheeling and dealing right there was Kendall, trying to make a play. Goes D to D and successful through the neutral zone. Again, Bedford carrying the puck in. Crystal Hall with the puck. Chips it out front as Ashley Bergeron tried to get to the puck, but just went over her stick. Really nicely done here by Bedford in the neutral zone, collecting pucks head up and really trying to push that puck forward again.
Yeah, they're really trying to possess that puck. Like I said, through that neutral zone is going to be key. So carrying that puck in and getting zone time is going to be the key to this game. And they're looking like that's what they're trying to do right now for sure.
So I'm looking down here as we have our heads over the benches here, and Thomas again at the faceoff dot wins it back to the D. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the bench. Boy, that is a small bench right there.
That is, it's going to be a lot of skating for these girls for sure. But sometimes that's good. You get into the game, they really get their legs going, and good things can happen.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's nice. You're out there every other shift. You're really focused. You know that you're going out next, and it makes for you're in the game the whole time. To the corner, Cameron Grenier.
Lauren's looking to. There we go. Lauren Thomas is going to get some possession here, and she's going to bring this into the zone.
Well, she's going to use her speed here, try to stay wide. Chips it down to the corner, picks up the loose puck. Possessing the puck. Good stick work in the corner by Souhegan. Little battle on the wall, bringing in another forward from Bedford coming in. Oh, they had a player out front waiting for that puck. Gabrielle Kotner. It looks like we're going to get an icing.
Oh, it's going to be waved off. No ice.
No icing. Also picking up that puck is Kendall Cassidy, and she's wheeling, and now she's got some open ice. She's going to go wide and right past the defenseman and into the zone, looking for a shot. Wow, what a great shot. And off the top of the goaltender's shaft of the stick. What a great save right there by the goalie from Souhegan. Kendall Cassidy really pinching in, keeping that puck in, sending it back to the corner. Bedford making changes. Ashley Bergeron first on the ice. Can't quite steal that one, just out of her possession. And again, Bedford with the puck in deep to the left corner. First person on it with pressure, Ashley Bergeron looking for someone out front. Carrying the puck wide at the faceoff dot. Back to the D, beautiful pass. Puck just deflected wide. Crystal Hall battling on the half wall by the hash marks, looking for a pass out front. Souhegan nicely clears that puck from the dangerous area right there in the slot. So it looks like Souhegan's really bringing that center down and in that hash mark between the 2D and really trying to solidify that in front of the net presence.
Yeah, they're really trying to pack in the defensive zone right now for sure.
Couldn't quite get through that 3 or 4 sticks from Souhegan right there.
Gotta get a nice. That was a great shift there by that line. They really put some pressure on for that whole shift, and really forced the icing there by the Souhegan Sabres.
Well, it looked like they were really circling, making sure that they had possession of the puck. They weren't just tossing it back to the corner, head up, looking for a play. I like it. I really like that play. Taking the face off, Thomas. Lose the puck to the corner, but Bedford wins it. Back to Cassidy. Cassidy has it at the blue line. Fights off a defender. Chipped back to Cassidy. Cassidy gives it to Lauren Thomas on the wall. Fires it out front. Unfortunately, no forward for Bedford was there. Souhegan clears, but keeping the pressure on. And it comes out of the zone. Here comes Souhegan for the first time, trying to get down low.
Great play there by Kendall Cassidy.
Bedford really putting pressure on here in the neutral zone. I love their neutral zone play right now. They're just making it really difficult for Souhegan just to enter the zone. No sustained pressure at the moment by Souhegan. chipping the puck out, making changes. They're going to be coming back and forth all game with so few skaters. Bergeron, nice little move right here. Here goes Ashley on a break. First shot, goal. There you go, Ashley Bergeron. What a beautiful shot. That all started in the neutral zone, Jay. She just picked up the puck and really pushed it through the defender's legs.
Yeah, she got on the ice and just made a chip and then just took off with it. So great shot, great finish, and now the emotion set in, right? That's where the emotion set in.
There you go. Well, that was sure exciting watching your daughter score a goal right there. The key to that play, though, is that she didn't give up. She didn't slow down. She accelerated and really separated herself from the D. Beautiful play. You know, I think the advantage right at the moment that Bedford has over Souhegan is team speed, right?
Yeah, right now they have the speed right now for sure.
So Bedford up 1-0 with 10 minutes left in the first period. Leading 1-0, again, Bedford clearing that puck through the neutral zone and putting pressure on the D.
That neutral zone, again, look at, they just can't make a play through that neutral zone.
I think that team speed of the two wingers on both lines are really making it difficult for the Souhegan defenders to make a play. They have to think so quickly. It's just happening too fast for the defenders from Souhegan. With the puck, number 9, Sabrina Tipping, getting it out of the zone. Souhegan trying to carry it back in. They have several players offsides. Delayed offside, so now we're back in action. So, Jay, while we're talking about, give us an example. I know there's some fans out here that don't understand what a delayed offsides is. Tell us a little bit what that means.
Yeah, so when a delayed offside, when that puck is leaves the zone and you still have players in the zone, those players on that offensive team need to clear that zone, the blue line, before they can actually re-enter the zone. And if that puck comes out, then the play is clear. So that's what that delayed offside would be. If a player on the offensive team touches the puck, I just want to see that.
Yeah, me too.
If the player touches the puck, then the play will be whistled.
Beautiful save right there by the Souhegan goalie. Well, certainly we're going to see a lot of that. You know, you see a lot of the boys' game, but here in the girls' game, the girls get in deep and the puck comes out just so quickly. They have to regroup and come out of the zone. It just takes them a little bit longer to get out.
Yeah.
So it makes it tough. And then you can't enter. You have to wait to enter the zone. And as you saw, Bedford broke up that play and started the play back towards Souhegan's zone. Couple good shots from the point and almost another goal. He really had two great opportunities right there. Back in the corner, Bergeron really pressuring the D in the corner. Couldn't keep the puck in at the blue line, was tipping, but that's okay. Regrouping now with Cassidy, looking for a player. Beautiful pass, long pass. Number 13 there, Crystal Hall had the puck. Bergeron with it, around looking for a player out front. Had her eyes on one of her teammates right there.
Tried to make that pass right to the center.
I can't make out that number. Her shirt's tucked in, and my vision's terrible.
Looks like that's Mika Berman.
Okay, I couldn't. Her shirt's half tucked in. I couldn't figure out that number. So appreciate the assist right there, Jay. Little trip right there. No call.
Yeah, no call on that.
Loose puck in the neutral zone. Again, Bedford really just not giving up anything for an advantage for Souhegan. Pass over to the Souhegan player and picking up that loose puck. Here she comes.
Tammy Grenier on the rush.
Back towards Thomas. Thomas gets caught up in the player's skates from Souhegan again. Grenier with the puck. Look back to Grenier. Out front. Nice. Beautiful pass. Oh, boy, she almost had it. Was that Cocknor?
Yeah.
Oh, Gabrielle had a chance. It just couldn't get her stick on it. On the half wall, battling for the play. In the corner, wins it. Back to Thomas. Thomas, beautiful pass right front.
Oh, Kendall just missed on that one.
We're having a little technical difficulty, so.
Oh, right here.
How's that? Still doing it?
That's okay. There we go. So hopefully that's corrected my my problem here with my microphone. Yeah, it sounds good actually.
That's better, yeah.
Okay, I'm not touching. All right, so we thought we had a solution, but now we're figured out. My microphone is much better, so thanks for the help right there. Long pass out, breakout pass to Thomas. Thomas going past the defender, wide to the right of the goalie. Beautiful play by Thomas. Backhand, forehand, quick quickly, short side, beautiful play.
That play started with Kendall Cassidy from the back end, joined right behind her net, took a look up ice, saw Lauren Thomas right at the blue line, made a great pass, stretched it out, and Lauren Thomas finished it. That was a great play overall.
Well, a nice little individual move right there in front of the goalie. The goalie, unfortunately, did not have a chance.
No.
But that's, you know what that is? That's senior leadership right there by Kendall, making the play from behind the, below our face-off, below the dots in the defensive zone, and then really just breaks out. Ashley Bergeron breaking in.
Oh, great save.
Beautiful save. Another opportunity. This feels like it's going to be like this for most of the game here, Jay.
Yeah, they're really pressuring, and they really, like you said, the team speed, I think, is just a little notch up above Souhegan right now.
So watching this for the first time and seeing the girls play, and you haven't seen them all season, so you don't really know what to expect. What's your initial expectations with 6 minutes left in the first period, up 2-0?
Yeah, I mean, I think Bedford's not going to give up. Like you said, Glenn is really a coach that really strives on continuing to put that pressure on, right? So they're going to really keep pressuring, and they're going to really try to make sure that they're playing a sound game all along. And you can see the coverage there. The players are really covering each other on their positions, and they're really just going to continue to bring it. So it's exciting to watch.
It appears that they're really relying on their two centers, Ashley and Lauren Thomas, to really play up high, stay in a good position offensively, kind of wheel around the offensive zone and pick up loose pucks and then make nice plays. I mean, Lauren Thomas is dishing the puck back to D, and so is Ashley. It's beautiful to watch. I mean, it's really a good team effort right at the moment. I'm surprised it's only 2-0. They've had more opportunity to score.
Yeah, the Souhegan goalie has made some big saves early on here. So I think that as the pressure continues and this play continues, we should see them see some good things out of Bedford.
Nice pass wide. Kendall Cassidy, D to D. Kendall bringing it up on the wing.
All the time, her eyes are up looking for a pass.
Oh, beautiful feed out front, but just knocked that puck wide by, I think that was Thomas that had sent that puck wide. But a beautiful pass by Cassidy again. Unselfish play. Again, here we go. Defense to the forwards. Beautiful shot. Big save by the goaltender from Souhegan.
Sabrina Tipping just made a great rink-wide pass there to open up that play.
In the corner, Bedford player down, trying to fight for the puck. Up, interception by Souhegan. Going to try to get it out of the zone. It looked like it was going to be a 3-on-2 right there, but Kendall really strong with her stick at the blue line, making it tough for the Souhegan team. Kendall, I've talked to her parents many a times about her play, and boy, she's been a well-respected player on this team for 4 years. It's fantastic that she's able to play her senior year through COVID and so on. So yeah, good for her.
Yeah, she really has been part of that inaugural group that came in 2017 and really started the program.
Absolutely.
And for her, I'm sure this is an emotional game for her to be playing in the first of her last.
Beautiful feed right there. Cassidy to Lauren Thomas, trying to go through, and she's just barreling through like a bull, but gets taken out by two defenders. Puck is still available. Ashley coming in hard. Ashley steals it, looking for another player. Can't quite get that puck down, and Souhegan just tosses it out just to get it out of their zone as the puck goes down towards the goaltender. We haven't talked much about our goaltender here from Bedford. Tell us a little bit about our goalie.
Yeah, Amanda Ducharme's our goalie. She started last year as a freshman, had just taken up the game, had never really played goalie before, but really worked hard all throughout that summer coming into her freshman year, and then made the team, worked really hard again off season, and then here she is again in her sophomore year.
Oh, Griner with a beautiful pass out front. It's interesting, you hear about the boys and they always have goalies. They know who they are. There's goalies playing. Girls team, they're always struggling to find a goalie that they can rely on, and they have to find a goalie. And it's nice to hear that, these young ladies, somebody steps up, puts the pads on, and is willing to be a member of the team and commit to being a goaltender. It's a great thing. Hockey's an interesting sport. It's a little bit different than many other sports. The girls come together. They're a lot of camaraderie on the team. So it's good to hear. Bergeron again with the beautiful shot just wide. Pass out front. Thomas coming in after she changed. Thomas with a quick shot upside. Beautiful top shelf right-hand shot.
Oh, my.
That was just a effortless. It looked effortless up here. But that was Ashley Bergeron really beating the opponents down to the ice and making that play. And then turning and making the pass out front to a player. I mean, what a great play. So So the Bulldogs are up 3-0 in the first period at the 2:20 mark.
Kendall Cassidy just with a quick, hard skating move, stop, and a pass in.
Off the post by Thomas. Beautiful feed. I love the fact that Cassidy is, passing that puck up, but right there, she had an opportunity to shoot. She elected to pass, and they almost scored.
Yeah.
Unselfish play by Cassidy for sure.
You know, you really notice when Kendall's skating with the puck, her eyes are up ice all the time. She's always looking for that next play. And here's Lauren Thomas again. She just got a hat trick.
Well, that was a beautiful feed again by Cassidy, going cross ice through the neutral zone. I think an area of weakness here by Souhegan, unfortunately, is that neutral zone play. They just don't have the ability to keep up with that team's speed. And then it's really, these players, Cassidy and Thomas, and now Ashley as a freshman, are really just the difference makers in this in the play at the moment.
Yeah, we talked about it early in the game, right? Keys of the game was going to be neutral zone speed, and I think that's what's happening here. We're seeing that for sure. Once they gain that zone, they really are putting the pucks in the net.
For sure. That's the key. Here comes Bergeron again. Beautiful pass on the breakout pass, making a move, coming in the goalie. Off the post.
My.
Oh, boy. She's going to think about that one for a little bit. That was a beautiful shot, but off the post.
Got a broken stick on the ice here in the defensive zone.
Uh-oh.
That's a couple $100 these days.
Yes, it is. That's not fun. As a parent, looking down and seeing a broken stick, not at all. Waved off the icing here as Bedford goes in for the puck. Here comes Cassidy, looking for a player. Break it out. Looking to go wide. Beautiful player open on the far side. Carries it through the neutral zone.
Nice
and going to take a shot. Beautiful save.
Good job staying on side there too, right?
Absolutely.
Got a defenseman rushing up the puck. It's hard as a winger to stay on side there. So good job.
Ashley with Thomas. Sorry, thought that was Ashley. I always remember Ashley is wearing number 4, so it's a little confusing for me. But Lauren Thomas with a beautiful pass. 2 Bedford players here. Shot short side. Joyce with the puck. Beautiful save. Tell you what, this goaltender from Souhegan is playing pretty good. She's really just being beat on breakaways that are, that she's defenseless at that point. When you get some skilled players like Lauren Thomas coming at you, it's hard to defend that.
It really is.
Carrying the puck through the neutral zone, staying on side. Thomas dishes it back, and the period comes to an end. Well, boy, after one period, the Bulldogs lead 4-0, and watch an exciting period. So, Jason, this was the first game for the Bulldogs, first period you've seen all season of them skating and all. I'm excited. Team looked pretty good.
You got to be really excited about what we just saw there. I mean, the team came out, like we said earlier, they've canceled their first game. This is their first game out and their first chance. You could tell they were excited to be out on this ice and really get the chance to show themselves. So after that first period, they really showed that they're a team now that there's going to be somebody to reckon with in this league now.
Well, you know what I liked about this game right here so far, our first period, is from the drop of the puck, they possessed it. That was a key, right? Possessing the puck. They picked their heads up and made passes, and they looked to see who they're passing to. But they were relentless on the puck. They didn't stop skating. So there was no slowdown. There was no stop skating. Sometimes you see kids sort of give up on a play and they just slow down. I didn't see any of that from this squad. And that comes from coaching. I mean, Glenn is that guy that will keep these girls' feet moving and keep pressing and putting pressure on the defender. So the forward and the wingers really putting pressure on those defenders opens the ice up in the middle of the ice and allows the centers to, get close shots. Yeah, that's for sure.
Get in tight. It's going to be important as this game progresses, right? I mean, playing 3 15-minute periods, the bench is short, like we talked about. So it's going to be important for them to make sure they keep that momentum going as best they can as they get more and more tired through this game. I mean, a lot of these girls haven't played a game now in about a month since the season has started. So getting those game legs and being in that game situation for the entire time is going to be a challenge with a shorter bench.
So explain to our audience what that means, that they haven't played for a month. Like, these girls were playing their seasons, their preseason games with their youth organizations.
Yep.
And now they're here with high school.
Yeah.
But they haven't been able to play. So talk to us about that dynamic.
Yeah, so once they made the high school team and that happened, they've been practicing with this team and this team only. So they're not allowed right now to be playing with their travel programs or their other teams. So they haven't been able to play game situations. The game situations, it goes back to the coaching on the ice during practices, trying to create game situations. But as we know as coaches, it's really hard to create a game situation.
It's very difficult.
That's going to translate into the actual game. So it's been a challenge for these girls not to be able to play a game for a long period of time. But again, I think you sense the excitement that a lot of these girls had to be actually back out on the ice and performing.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I know that I'm excited watching the game. I haven't watched too many girls hockey games. This was better, it was better than I expected. That's for sure. But it's always fun. I had the pleasure and with you to coach Ashley, so it was exciting to see her open up the scoring first of the season, right? So that was the first goal for the team, and Ashley steps up and gets a nice goal, and that's nice having freshmen come in and kind of resurge into the program and bringing in some youth and so on. So you have the Kendall Cassidy senior and Ashley as a freshman, and really there's a big difference in age. But it's nice having that younger speed and someone that they can sort of rely on. So that's exciting for this team.
Yeah, it's exciting to see these players come together. And like I said, last year Lauren Thomas was on this team. We've been and seen with Lauren for a long time in some different organizations as well. So we had always been kind of talking, Ashley and I, about when you get to that team, it's going to be you and Lauren, and Kendall is going to be there. And we know the Cassidys for a long time,
sure,
like we mentioned earlier. So it was going to be exciting to be a part of this. And I think what you're seeing is the culmination of a lot of hard work of all these girls come together, into a 4-0 lead after one.
Well, sure, this is exciting. It was a great opening period. I like to see what they bring to them in the second period. So interesting here in hockey, they're going to switch sides. Yep. So we're going to have a long change, a little bit longer of a change. That doesn't mean too much in this game, but it does have impact for sure. So a little bit longer change. So it's going to be difficult to get off the ice if you're pinned in your zone. What's the key to the second period? Now you're up 4-0.
Yeah.
What's the key to the second period?
Yeah, in the second period, I think the key is going to be continue to sustain that pressure. But in those situations where you get caught on the ice, potentially in your defensive zone, you're going to want to get over that red line, and you're going to want to get the puck in deep and get that change. And anytime you get a whistle, you're going to get that change just to give these girls a chance to get a breather. Again, with the longer change, sometimes you get caught in your defensive zone. You just can't get off the ice.
Right.
And I think that makes it more challenging and certainly more winded when you're out there as a player.
Well, we talked about having a shorter bench. We have the 3 girls that are unfortunately they can't play today from injuries and such, but it does make a difference. Having 3-line formation is a beautiful thing, so it keeps you a little bit fresher.
Yeah.
The second period will be interesting with that long change and be able to come off and be able to make those consistent changes. Coach Fifield had a good opportunity here in this game to really move those girls through it. So they were short, quick shifts, and it was nice. Second period, they're going to be a little bit longer.
Yeah. And
it's going to be a little bit more challenging. It'll bring up the third period where fatigue may set in. But I think the fortunate aspect of it is we're up 4-0. So if they can just continue the pressure of getting pucks deep and pushing pucks in past their goal line, and making Souhegan come the 200 feet all the way down the other end.
Yeah.
So it's really a key.
In hockey, it's called playing with the lead, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big deal. When you're playing with the lead, it's a different game than when you're trying to come back. So if you're playing with that lead and you get that chance to just get over the red line and dump it in so we don't get the icing, it's an important part of the game just to kind of, especially in the second period, to make sure that you continue, to kind of keep that sustained pressure. And when you're in trouble, it's okay to just dump it and make a play and make them come 200 feet back.
So that's a great analysis for the second period. Tell me a little bit about what you witnessed here defensively from the Bulldogs, from the neutral zone into our defensive zone. What did you see there?
Yeah, so into our defensive zone, I think once we gather the puck in our defensive zone, our defensemen, again, strong and older on the upperclassmen side of things, they really look up and make plays. They have their head up. They really make plays to that neutral zone. And what I see our forwards doing really well is staying in their position, staying in their lanes, and opening up for that pass, so that when they do get that pass, they're in stride, and then they can make a play through that neutral zone.
Well, that neutral zone pass was instrumental on 2 of those goals, and it was from D to Thomas on one of them out wide and across the neutral zone. I think an area of opportunity for Souhegan is to close that gap up in the neutral zone, where currently Bedford's really exploiting it. So I think you're spot on there. The neutral zone play was really beneficial for the Bulldogs. Didn't allow Souhegan to get over the blue line into our defensive zone, and we just caught passes and brought it right back in. They were on their heels most of that period, Souhegan was.
Yeah, they were trying to just make sure that they didn't let in too many shots. You could tell that they were just kind of trying to get the puck out and just trying to get pucks deep, and they really struggled. Again, team speed, I think, is playing a big role in that.
Absolutely. So we can see both teams here are hanging out and having a little pep talks from their coaches, all sitting down on chairs. It's an interesting situation here inside of Sullivan Arena. They've done some different things here to sort of keep everybody safe, including all the players from Bedford wearing masks, and certainly we're all here wearing masks as well. But it's a good thing that they're allowing them to do this so that they can play. So we appreciate the the efforts of all the schools and certainly Bedford High for, making the effort to get these girls back on the ice. This is really important. As you know, you've played high school sports. I did too, many, many moons ago. But it's really important. It's an important thing for you as a student that you can represent your team and your school. So it's really great that the school was able to get this and make this happen. So it's exciting.
The camaraderie off the ice is what carries over to the camaraderie on the ice. And this team has been working really hard on the ice, as we've said, and trying to create that camaraderie right now in the current setup. With being able to see kids in school is a little bit challenging. So this is the time that they get to really interact with each other and really, show each other who they are
for sure
as people. So that's great. Something to really talk about here that we haven't really mentioned is that this might be the first time in some, for freshmen, for Ashley especially, I can speak. This is the first time that she's ever had the ice done in between periods, right? That's a big deal.
It doesn't sound like a big deal for you people at home watching this game, but as a player, you come off the ice. This 15 minutes, it.
Yeah,
a lot can go on in this 15 minutes. You get fatigued, you can cramp up because you're not moving, right? So this is a different thing, and taking some time to cut the ice, and St. A's does an amazing job here on the ice. So the ice is always great, but this is a new thing. You haven't done this through youth hockey at all, correct?
Yeah, through youth hockey, you get an hour and a half to play a game, and you play that game all 3 periods on that same sheet of ice. So, coming into this game and playing 1 period and then getting off the ice to take that breather, maybe get some fluids in, sit for 15 minutes and come back out, really should benefit a team like Bedford that's running a little short today in terms of players.
So as a former coach, one of the things that I really liked after cutting the ice, and you come out into the second period or third period or overtime or whatever you're in, and you have a shorthanded or man advantage situation, the ice is different at the beginning of the period than at the end. It's much faster. The ice is much faster. So the puck movement, the movement of the puck just goes exponentially faster on a clean sheet of ice.
There's
right?
no doubt about it.
So this is going to advantage having this in a game like this, Bedford versus Souhegan, where team speed is really important. This is going to advantage Bedford in the beginning of the second and beginning of the third period.
Yeah, there's no doubt that puck's going to move a lot better on this fresh ice, and I agree with you. The team speed is going to play a role, and with team speed playing such a big role in this game, as it already has, this will certainly benefit Bedford with a nice clean sheet of ice.
Well, this is exciting. I know it's been great so far. What's your experience been now? You have a freshman and you have your sophomore. What are the differences between going to or watching those games, or how is that for you as a parent? I mean, you can't go inside to watch, so this is exciting for you to be able to be here. But if you were at home, like, what's it like as a parent? Tell me that experience. So, other parents that are watching, all the girls' parents here, they're all watching, experiencing the same thing. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're really fortunate here in Bedford to be able to have, VCTV covering games like this for us at our home games. And then for my son's games, if it's at Tri-Town Ice Arena for JV, we're on Live Barn and we're watching Live Barn, and which is a system that you can watch games when you're at home or in the car, like my wife is probably doing right now.
Right.
So, but it's a different experience for sure. It's really fun to be here and supporting your players, of course, and your family. But, we're really fortunate in this day and age that the technology can really still provide this type of experience, even in these, strange circumstances.
Well, I enjoyed it when my boys both played, Stevie and Donato, and when they played, it was fun. And I did the games too, and it was exciting. And I would send out a link, and the parents would send it all over the place. So it's the parents that live here, but it's the grandparents that don't live here.
Yeah.
The grandparents who love going to hockey games. I know my parents did. They came to everything. I'm sure yours did too. And if they could be here, they would, right? Yeah. But it's the challenge of they're not here and they can't watch it. If they're in Florida or Texas or somewhere else, they can watch the games. Like I'm sure Cassidy's family in Minnesota wants to watch Kendall play. This is their senior year, but they have to watch it on Facebook or however we're streaming this today.
Yeah.
So it's good. I can't thank BCTV enough for doing this, especially for the girls' games. Such a young program, and they're developing and getting better. So that's a good thing. This is really good for the community, and for the parents, and just for the program to just continue to excel. So we got about 40 seconds here left of in between periods. We're going to start the second period a little bit.
Just a few more minutes to dry, and we should be off and going with second period action.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the referees. So the girls have to wait for the referees to empty the ice. And again, like that, Jason just said, is to allow the ice to just set. It's going to be fresh ice. It's going to be fast. So We'll get the referees out here in a moment, and then we'll start the second period. Bulldogs are up 4-0 entering the second period. What a great first period by this team. Really looked sharp, really looked fast. I'd like to see them again in this period, see how they do, and see if they fatigue over the next 2 periods. Hopefully not. If they can sustain this kind of pressure through the next 2 periods, I think we're going to have something this season for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I can say that today at noontime, Coach Glenn called a Zoom meeting before the game and just made sure that all the girls were mentally prepared as well as physically prepared, making sure they got the right meal in before the game, making sure they were drinking fluids. And that's the dedication that Coach Byfield brings to this organization. Is at noon on a game day, he's making sure that all those girls are focused on, the task at hand today. At the end of the day.
Well, that is a totally different dynamic than what my boys experienced. They didn't have a single Zoom meeting during the 6 years that I experienced of high school hockey, 4 with one, 4 with the other, obviously, but they overlapped. But my boys never said, we have a Zoom meeting today at noontime. Just an interesting thing. It's just different. That's all.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. I think it's great. But you gotta play the hand that you dealt, right? So you gotta figure that out. I'm glad that Glenn is figuring that out and doing a good job. So
yeah, these girls, Zoom meetings have become part of their world now, right? So in school, they're doing a lot of these meetings on Google Classroom, and for hockey and for other sports, organizations are doing Zoom meetings. They actually had, we actually did Zoom pasta party. The first pasta party was a Zoom meeting. The girls had practice in the morning. Everybody got their individual portions of pasta. They cooked it on their own at their home, got on the Zoom call, and they enjoyed a pasta party before the game. So
that was a really big event that the kids really enjoyed, where they would go to someone's home, they would all share a meal together. Such camaraderie. Parents would come together. They'd also eat, but maybe have a little wine with that. But it was just brought the community of the team together. But doing it on Zoom, it's like a whole nother dynamic, right? That's fantastic that they did that. So here we're underway. Second period action here at Sullivan Arena. Goffstown at St. Anselm's. Thomas with the win at the faceoff. Back to Cassidy. Cassidy picking up the loose puck. Carrying, looking for a breakout pass. Beautiful pass. Out to Thomas. Thomas getting that puck in deep, as we talked about. One of the keys here in the second period, really push pucks below that goal line. So that goal line is that red line right there by the goaltender that goes across the ice here. That's the key, is really get pucks in deep and then work from behind that goal line, passing out front. Nice shot right there from the point. Tipped wide. That shot by Tipping into the corner. Widener. Loose puck. Cassidy just chipping that puck along the wall, back to the corner. First person on the puck, Lauren Thomas out front. Beautiful feed just through the crease. Tipping, keeping the puck deep in the zone, making it challenging for Souhegan. Souhegan looking for a breakout pass. And Souhegan gets it out of the zone. This is the time where we're talking about how we're changing up here.
Yep.
And it's good. Now we get the puck deep. Perfect chance here to push the pucks deep and give your offensive line an opportunity for a change. Bergeron trying to feed someone out front. Couldn't find another forward there as they were changing. Couldn't quite get a handle on that puck was Rachel DeLeo. She gets it. Looking for a pass. Ashley taken down at the neutral zone. No call. Picking up the loose puck. Number 9 from Souhegan. Just chipping it out. Trying to get a offensive zone something going here. Tipping over to Cassidy. Cassidy behind the net. Back to Tipping. Good play. D to D there. And controlling the puck. Ashley with that little chip out on her own. Going wide around the defender. On the goalie one. And into the net. Beautiful play. That all started in the defensive zone by Tipping with a beautiful pass. D to D. Cassidy to Tipping.
Cassidy to Tipping up the side wall. A little chip and go. And ends up in a nice goal there.
Well, that right there, as you see, was really just speed by Ashley around those two defenders who were one at the blue line just flat-footed and really didn't have a chance, and the other kind of got twisted up in her own skates trying to make a maneuver. And Ashley going in. Really, goaltender gave her a chance to shoot glove side, and she took it. Face-off win by Souhegan, winning the puck. Pushing the puck in deep. Souhegan to the corner. Brought to the corner by the goaltender. from Bedford.
Amanda Ducharme there, just moving that puck nicely, right? Move it into the corner, put it into the safe zone, let your defenseman go get it.
Simple as that. Here we have shot on net, just wide.
Kendall Joyce just missed the net there.
In the corner, Thomas looking out front. Two players from Bedford at both hash marks waiting for a shot, and it got deflected because one of them was going to catch that. It just got deflected by one of the defenders.
Yeah, it looked like it went off a skate there. It was perfectly set up. They were looking heads up to make a nice play, and just got deflected.
With the puck, Widener carrying it over the blue line, possessing it, looking for a shot. Beautiful pass. Another shot on net, just wide by Hall. Hall with a great opportunity, but couldn't get that quite on net. Bergeron with a steal. Hall back to Bergeron, shot on net, going for the hat trick right there. Back to the D. Shot from a distance, deflected wide. Bedford again just putting relentless pressure on these defensemen from Souhegan. They just don't have an opportunity to really make a play. They just don't have enough time.
Bedford's got really good layers right now, too. They got their forechecker, they got their F1 forechecker in place, and they got their second forechecker just waiting for that play. That's a great pass.
Oh, wow, what a stop by the defender from midair, deflecting that play. Oh, man.
Wow. Grace Driscoll knocked that puck out of midair, and that was bound for the back of the net.
I'll be honest with you, I was counting that one already. That was going to be Hall's goal right there, but
sure
unfortunately, defenseman made an unbelievable play. Bergeron again off the post. I think that's the third post she's hit. We got to talk to her mom about getting shots on net.
Those don't count as shots on net.
They not count the shots on net, so mom's going to really work with her in the basement on the shooting. Oh, that could be too many men on the ice penalty, but no, they didn't capture that. Bergeron was coming off. The player from Bedford jumped on and touched the puck while Bergeron wasn't quite off the ice, but no call.
That's the risky times when you're making those line changes. That puck gets near the bench. You just never know if the ref calls that.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's it. Cassidy trying to make a shot, looking for Thomas out front. Lots of Bedford bodies out in front of the net, looking for a rebound. Thomas behind the goal line. Beautiful pass out front. Just couldn't find her teammate as it was deflected wide.
Again, positionally speaking there, Lauren Thomas came out. She had two options to go to. When you're playing good offense like this, defense really has no chance but to cover somebody and leave somebody open. Kendall Cassidy with a rush up the ice and just buries a shot.
Well, Jason, I know that you saw her yourself, but beautiful play here at the blue line. She looked a teammate in the eyes from a distance, but saw a player from Souhegan sneaking in and opted not to make that pass because it would have got taken away. She might have given up a breakaway the other way. And she carried it in, went wide, and then just brought it out front and dished that shot in. So it was a beautiful play by Cassidy. Beautiful goal. 9:51 remaining in the second period. Bulldogs are up 6-0.
This is Abby Hawks now from Souhegan putting some pressure on.
Oh, loose puck out front. Both players from Bedford and Souhegan missed that because that could have been an opportunity there for Souhegan. Hall looking for a pass out. Pushes it up to Bergeron. Bergeron with the puck. Carrying it wide. Taking a shot from a distance again off the crossbar. You know what? Not for nothing. She is getting opportunity after opportunity to get those shots on net, and she's taking them, and that's good. She's picking her spot. It's great to see. She should have a good career here with Bedford Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, she was excited to play this game, I can tell you that. So
Cassidy all the way down, chipping it behind the net. Around to Hall. Hall looking for the headman that puck. Carries it through the neutral zone. Makes a move on the defender. Takes a shot. Goaltender with a beautiful save. Thomas again on that puck quickly on that rebound. To the corner. Thomas looking for a teammate. Tries to go backhand through the legs. Couldn't do it. Loose puck. Just out of reach there.
Cami Grenier had snuck down low there looking for an offensive opportunity. And that's great to see from a defenseman trying to find those opportunities to make a play in the offensive zone. Here's Cami Grenier now carrying it over the line. Tries to get a shot off and just got blocked.
Beautiful play. I like what the Bulldogs are doing here. They're just putting pressure, and that's really all it is. It's simple to say from up here, from a distance. but it makes it difficult for the opponent when they can't make a quick decision with that puck. No different than what Souhegan just did to our defender, putting pressure on, made them make a little bit of a mistake, and here you go. Here comes a break, 2-on-1. Thomas looking for the pass, comes back towards Joyce. Joyce with the puck, looking for someone out front. Got the puck knocked off her stick, now on the half wall, battling with an opponent from Souhegan. Out with the puck, Thomas going wide, wide open net. Over the defender, over the goaltender as her stick was there. If she had to put that on the ice, that was going to be a save.
That was going to be a save, yeah. She had to lift that puck and elevate that puck to score that goal, but good work on the offensive side there. They created pressure. They created a turnover. Got a shot on net. The rebound snuck out, and Lauren Thomas buried it.
Just an unfortunate bounce for Souhegan there. Bulldogs now lead 7-0. 7:24 remaining in the second period. Again, picking up the loose puck in the neutral zone. Chipping it out. I think Souhegan's at the point where they're just trying to get rid of that puck and make it harder for Bedford to go in and get an opportunity to shoot. Hall carrying that puck over the blue line, gaining the blue line, allowing her teammates to join her in the rush. Bergeron back to the D. Shot wide. Deflected wide. Bergeron on that puck, looking for a player out front. Can't quite get it. Cassidy stepping up, keeping that puck in as Bergeron and Cassidy switch places. Bergeron staying at the blue line, covering for Cassidy. Loose puck, keeping that puck in. Shot just wide. Souhegan wrapping around the net. Loose puck again. Cassidy with the puck, looking for someone. Loose puck. Hall with it now. The shot. Really, that was a pass, but couldn't find a teammate available to make that play. Cassidy again, slap shot from the point. Off to Bergeron's stick, couldn't quite catch a hold of that puck. Cassidy coming through again to pick up that loose puck at the blue line. Shot from the slot, and a goal. Cassidy really stepping up. I like what she did right there. She picked up the loose puck, didn't panic when they had opponents with sticks around her, and really took that puck for a shot from the slot.
Yeah, she that whole shift, she was really in the offensive side of the puck. Her and Ashley Bergeron were switching spots there a few times, and again trying to make plays, turnover, and then she skated right into the slot and buried that puck. So
we're just beyond the halfway point of this game. Lady Bulldogs up 8-0. I'm not sure Souhegan was prepared for the speed that the Bulldogs have really brought to them.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It's again fun to see because we haven't really been able to see this, but the speed that Bedford is bringing this year is really impressive. And again, positionally, what's really impressive is their positioning. They seem to always be in the right spot, and that goes back to the coaching staff really working with the team to make sure that they're prepared for games like this.
So clearly Souhegan's going to have a tough season at the moment. They've lost their first game by a big score, and looks like probably going to lose this game by a big score. Who are the big teams in the girls program that you have to worry about?
Yeah, you got Hanover has been dominant in the girls side of the game for a long period of time. Other programs like Exeter, I think St. Thomas is going to be a strong team this year, and Pinkerton certainly going to be a strong team as well. As those programs continue to grow, and depending on the towns that are feeding those systems, they've been perennial favorites each of the years going in. So it's important. Again, this is a young team. This Bedford team is a very young team with a lot of freshmen and sophomores. And it's important to build a core like that so that you can kind of keep players coming in every year and building that strength from the underclassmen side.
Absolutely. Well, I've heard about Hanover. I know who they are. Exeter won a couple years ago. St. Thomas, I'm glad to hear a new name in that mix. And Bedford, I'd love to see these guys really compete and be competitive all year long. So for a young program, 4 years old, it's a really big deal.
It really is, and I think this is a confidence type of game for them to be able to come out and first game you're going to get those jitters out, and then really see kind of what you have from a team side. I think this is a real confidence booster for them heading into the practice week that they'll have coming up.
Well, I'm excited to see this game right now from a sense of Souhegan's on the far bench. We can see them from here pretty well. They're down 8-0. No shortage of excitement from this team. They're tapping their sticks, excited for their teammates, trying to get pucks out. They're really rooting on their team. This is what high school athletics is all about. Watching these girls really compete, down 8-0, and it's an uphill battle for this team for sure. but they're in this game and they're prepared to play.
They really are. You can see the energy on their bench hasn't changed at all since the first puck drop. They are cheering on their teammates. They're kicking the boards and making some noise every time the goalie makes a save. That's really exciting to see.
Beautiful pass across the ice. Bergeron with her head up, making that play over to Hall. Just couldn't get it on her backhand to bring it back to the forehand for a shot. Loose puck. And here's an opportunity for Souhegan. Just broken up right there by Cassidy.
Yeah, Juliet refused from Souhegan, had a chance there to break, and Cassidy just made a really nice play.
Beautiful pass, breakout. Here comes Bergeron again. Pass back.
Ooh, nice look. Tipping with the shot there.
Got her stick knocked out of her hands. Picking up the loose puck. Bergeron using her body really nicely to protect that puck. Kept in at the blue line by tipping. Over to Cassidy. Cassidy to Bergeron. At the shot. Looking for a
nice.
Beautiful pass again. Behind the play. Hall had that shot blocked. Tell you what, Hall's in a position right now. She's been prepared for and been taking shots. She's going to make some goals this year for sure.
No doubt. She's had a couple of opportunities here in that one. That was just a great save by the
Unbelievable. Unbelievable save. Not even a great save. Unbelievable save. Stick in the air, knocking down the loose puck in an open net.
Just amazing hand-eye coordination when you see that type of play.
Absolutely. Can't quite make a play on that puck. Kind of just kept going backwards in her feet. Tipping, moving that puck forward.
Again, we got a lot of sustained pressure here by Bedford.
Well, what I like here is they're not just taking silly shots. They're possessing the puck, making plays, looking for the their open teammate, and that's really critical. I mean, you see the stronger players from Bedford, Ashley Bergeron and Thomas really making plays and looking for their open teammate. They're going to get keyed on all the time.
They sure are. But in this type of game, you really do want to kind of start working on making sure you open up the ice. And here's a break here by Abby Hawks from Souhegan. That was a nice shot. Got spun down there and still getting up a little slow here.
Keeping that puck out at the blue line.
Offside right now.
Puck. Oh, they're going to call an offsides right there.
Yeah, Abby Hawks got spun down there and was a little slow to get up, so hopefully she's okay.
Well, the key to the girls' game is any opportunity that you have to capitalize that opportunity. Well, Hawks had that chance where she picked up the loose puck and just beat the defender and came in on a 2-on-1 and took a shot. Goaltender, really made a nice play. But that's the key to the girls' game. Anytime you have an opportunity to defensive breakdown or something, you have to capitalize that. No different in the boys' game.
Yep. Yeah, the game is a fast transition type of game, and there's always opportunities to kind of jump on a loose puck or on one of those mistakes. And that's why it's so important in games like this where you get the puck in deep, you try to create pressure on the defenseman so you can force turnovers, and that's when really good things happen in the offensive side of the zone.
Absolutely. Well, we're down to under a minute here in the second period. 56.8 seconds remaining in the second period. Bulldogs lead 8-0. Really solid effort here by the Bulldogs heading into the third period as they win the faceoff, but win it just a little too far back. The fenceman could not quite handle it. A beautiful pass to Bergeron, just offsides on the far wing. Bergeron couldn't see that through her back of her helmet.
Right.
But the player from Bedford just skipped over. So an offsides here is when the offensive player is carrying that puck over the blue line and one of their teammates is already over the blue line.
Yeah, and in those types of a quick game like that, it's hard for the puck carrier to kind of know what's happening around the ice, and it's on the wingers to kind of make sure that they stay back.
Nice save right there.
Offside, so
nice save right there. Kendall Joyce bringing that puck in, made a nice move on a defenseman between the legs, and took a shot on the goalie. Boy, the goalie's playing really, really well here from Souhegan, down 8-0. I'm impressed that we can say that, but she really is.
She really is. Taryn Quinlan from Souhegan Sabres have done a great job just kind of continuing to stay out. She's really high in her crease. She's really pressuring the puck and really challenging those shooters. And like you said earlier, it's been a lot of the defensive turnovers that have caused goals, and that's another one right there where the defensive turnover really causes the goal.
The defenders just aren't they're just not getting there.
Yeah.
So
that was Kendall Joyce there that scored that goal, and it looked like Lauren Thomas may have gotten the assist.
Well, it was nice to defend. The forward had the puck below that goal line and watched and waited for the defenders to sort of separate, and they just left Joyce open in front of the net, and it was a beautiful pass.
Yeah, and she buried it, right? And that's the key, right? When you have those opportunities, you got to make sure you bury them.
So 9-0. 10 seconds left. Bergeron with the puck, dishes it back. DeLeo sends that puck to the corner. Bergeron battling in the corner. Back to the D. And the period comes to an end here as the Bulldogs are up 9-0. What an exciting period. As we stated, the key to that period right away was the fresh ice. Bulldogs were going to come out hard and skate and skate and skate. There was no letdown in that period from the Bulldogs from a pressure standpoint, from a speed standpoint.
Not at all. Yeah, they came out really, again, with the focus, and they really played a strong positional period, got the puck in deep, and they really controlled zone pressure pretty much throughout that period. So they're continuing to bring the game, and right now, again, Souhegan, just the speed has been a little bit too much for them.
A little bit too much. It looks like they have some novice players on that side, and that's okay. All the teams have them, and that's okay. It's great to see them out on the ice and participating and playing. And as a skater, I enjoy playing still, and it's fun. You always have a novice person out there, and it's okay. You want those people because it invigorates the game, and it's really important.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the sport is. When you have players that are kind of new to the game or been in the game a long time, it's important to kind of bring everybody into this game that we all love, and really, try to show them the love and why we love the game so much. So
absolutely,
it's really great to see new players coming into the sport every year, and it's fun to see.
So we have a few minutes now in between periods, between the second and third period. Entering the third period, Bulldogs are up 9-0. One would say that they're pretty much in hand. They're going to have this game, but 9-0, what's the key to this? Do you continue to extend that lead, or do you keep the puck out of your net? Like, from a coaching standpoint, I know what I'm thinking. I want to keep the puck out of the net.
Yeah.
But what are you telling this? What's Glenn telling these girls now over here on the sideline?
Yeah, I mean, I being a coach and having done been in these types of games on both sides, we've all been on both sides of these types of games. I think it's important when you're in this situation where you're leading the game like this. You want to go out there, you want to keep your momentum going, you want to keep your speed up because you don't want to really bring that speed down. But you want to open up the ice and you want to make some plays. You want to get your head up and maybe make a few extra passes before you maybe take that shot. So if you get some zone time, spread the puck out, settle it down a little bit and try to make some plays that otherwise, in a faster game you may not be able to make. But again, don't lose that speed, because if you lose that speed and the next game you come in and that team's a little bit faster, it takes some time to get back into that speed that you were in. So it's important to kind of keep that going.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Don't give up on what you're doing, but certainly continue to bring everybody in and get everybody involved. So
exactly.
It's good to do that. From the Souhegan standpoint, what's Coach telling those guys? I mean, this is a young team as well. This is a group that needs some grooming, and they're going to continue. But what's their coach telling the Souhegan side?
Yeah, when you're on that side of the puck, you're in there saying you want to go out there and you want to win the period, right? So, this game might be 9-0 in the first two periods, but it's important for those girls to come out and try to win the period. So start winning some of the puck battles. Start having little wins. It doesn't mean you need to go out there and win the game in one shift. You want to go out there and just kind of win a battle, and then you want to maybe win the period.
There you go. That's a guy that's played a little bit of hockey in his day, for sure. That's for sure. That's
I've been on both sides.
Yeah, that's quality. That's quality. Coaching right there to understand with the dynamic of it and being up 9-0 and being down 9-0. But I think the key here is for the Bulldogs and for me as a someone that's done this for a little bit is they're going to probably win this game.
Yep.
And it's really important, like you mentioned, to sustain that pressure. Don't lose your head here. Stay in the game. Don't get into any bad habits.
Right.
Make sure that when you're looking, make a good pass. Pass it to the right person. Don't just force it to someone. Make those good plays. And if you have to regroup and bring it back to the D, do that. But continue to do the things that got you to the point where you're 9-0. Do you have to make it 15-0? No.
Right.
But if you have an opportunity and you score, it is what it is. It's, every kid on the ice wants to score a goal.
That's right.
So I don't have a problem from both sides. I don't have a problem with the game being out of hand.
Yeah.
But it's really important for these girls not to create any bad habits at the moment. And what I saw later on in that second period from the players, the better players from Bedford, is they weren't trying to get the glory. They were really looking for their teammate and making a nice pass across ice. Not just I was going to score, but I dished it to you for a goal. No, they were really looking for someone who was open,
right,
in a good spot. And Glenn, Coach Fifield has these guys in good positionally, sound, solid position, and they're making those plays. to really find the open player for a quality shot, and that's really the key.
Yeah, and I think that's an important part of this, this type of game. In that situation, you did, as you mentioned, those players are trying to find other players to get. Some of them are, maybe that's their first goal, and that's an important part of, the experience. Is if you get a chance like that, try to set up somebody and try to get them their first goal as well. So
Absolutely,
it's really cool.
It's everybody's first goal is their first goal. It's such a big deal. It doesn't matter when it happens. It could happen the last game of your senior year. It could happen in your first game on your first shift, like Ashley, right? It could happen like that. You just don't know.
You will never forget that first goal. That's for sure.
No. I watched it myself when one of my son's teammates was a senior. One of the older players got hurt, and he wasn't dressing, and then he became the player that dressed. And in his very first game of a varsity player, scored a goal late in the game. He didn't get many shifts, but he made it count, and it was a big deal. And you could see mom and dad being really emotional next to you in the bench or in the in the stands, because we could actually come to St. A's and watch the games. But
yeah,
it was an exciting moment. So it's really great to see these girls looking for teammates, making better good passes, looking for their players to make plays. So it's good. But a 9-0 game. This is hard for Souhegan at the moment, but this is great for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's great. And on both sides, it's a learning experience too. So on the Bulldog side, it's a learning experience, again, how to play with the lead and how to play with the lead of this size. And on the Souhegan side, how to come out and really continue to press in a situation like this.
So who's next up for the Bulldogs? What's next on their calendar?
I'm not 100% sure. I think they play Thursday night.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Thursday night at JFK against Central. So that'll be another game, and I don't know
any early scouting reports on Central.
I don't have any early scouting reports on Central at all. Again, we haven't been able to kind of see any other teams play, and the only thing you can really do is kind of look at the standings and see who they played and try to start figuring out that side of it. But that's about it.
Well, it's a good stepping stone from this game. Go to Central, maybe capture another win there, and then when do they start playing the Hanovers and the Pinkertons and the better opponents? Hanover's perennially the top team in the program for a long, long time. Did they play Berlin this year?
They were supposed to play Berlin last weekend.
Okay.
And that got snowed out.
Okay.
That would have been a game up in Berlin. Which,
okay.
By the way, it's just one of my favorite arenas to visit. We weren't going to be able to visit this year, but when you go to Berlin, that is just the home of hockey.
It's an experience, yes.
It's a great experience, and I'm always excited when I see it on the schedule. But it's a long ride, so a lot of people don't like to make that trip.
I actually enjoy that ride as well. But I enjoy the people there, the fans. It's just a good group of folks up that way. But
it really is. Yeah, from the schedule standpoint, I think I don't know exactly when they're going to see some of the other teams and the top teams. Again, Pinkerton was supposed to be on the schedule tonight. That would have been a really good team.
Yep.
And really a good barometer check as to kind of who we are as a team as well.
That would have been a tough opening game. That's for sure.
Would have been a real tough opening game. They are strong and will be strong this year as well. So
a 10 game schedule, some tough teams, some not as tough teams. What do you think? Where do they fit in the list of teams, and where are they going to end up? First place, last place, somewhere in between? Like, where are we at?
I feel like based on what I've seen today, I feel like they can compete in a lot of these games.
Okay.
Again, not seeing some of the other teams and kind of what they have on their rosters, but based on what we're seeing in this game, they're bringing speed. They have a lot of solid players that are really making plays, and I think that's going to bode well for them in the season. So I would, it might be kind of middle of the pack type of season.
That's okay. The middle of the pack teams win championships. It's okay.
They sure do.
And based on what I've seen, defensively, you're up 9-0. Means you're not allowing shots. You're not allowing the opponent to come into the zone. The neutral zone play is really strong. You can kind of control a team that's maybe a little bit better than you by controlling the neutral zone.
Yeah, it's a big part. That neutral zone is a big part of the game for sure. And what we are seeing today is they are controlling that neutral zone and really being able to kind of hem in Souhegan without allowing them to get out any sort of pressure on our goalie. So
no, that's good. What do you know about our goalie? We haven't seen her get tested much. I mean, it's hard to really make an assessment of our goaltender.
Yeah.
What do we know about her?
Yeah, Amanda Ducharme has been, again, with the program for 2 years. This is her second season playing hockey. So we talked about earlier, just new players coming into the sport. Yeah. Coming into the sport and being a skater is one thing. Coming into the sport and being a goaltender is another.
Absolutely.
And she's really, again, worked really hard at her craft and, is there every morning at practice and taking shots and working on her gloves and trying to make sure she understands positioning. It's a big investment for a player that hasn't played. and she's really done a good job. So
Well,
I'll be interested to see her get tested.
Well, we'll give her a good shout out. Gordon Guerin is their goaltender coach. My son Stevie played with their son years and years ago. This is a few years back, but so I know Gordon a little bit, and he's been their goaltender coach along with Glenn. Glenn and he have been coaching for a long time. So it's nice that we're fortunate to have a goalie and a goaltender coach that can really work with her. It's nice that we also have some goalies from the boys' side. They can always help out, but I don't know how that mingles if they can. But here in this time with COVID and all, it's unfortunate they probably can't even share time together. It's a shame. Whereas you have a lot of knowledge and a wealth of knowledge from the boys' side that they can really bring to the girls' team, and having some of the players come over and maybe partner with the girls and really build camaraderie between the two programs. It would be great. They're all students together anyway, right?
Sure
they all
are.
know each other.
They all know each other, and they all play a game that they love. So if they got it on the ice, there's no boys and girls. It's just getting out there, and they're all hockey players.
They're hockey players.
And that's a big thing.
Exactly.
So when you see, if that can happen again in the future, that would be great to see those teams come together and really work together. Well, right now, unfortunately, everything is separate. The girls are practicing. JV practices with JV only, and varsity practices with varsity only.
How is the dynamic of these girls really building that camaraderie? And it's hard, Zoom meetings and so on, but they have practice time, which is great, and it's really just the team and the coaches, which is always great to build camaraderie and having that time together in the locker room or on the ice and so on. But how is it without having the actual physical aspect of going to classes and being at the high school all the time and being very consistent? How is that? Has it been challenging for the players to sort of build that camaraderie?
Yeah, I think, the off-ice camaraderie is very challenging to build because you're not in school. In this case right now, they're doing one class a day. And my kids at least are doing one class a day in the school, and then the rest of it's remote. So it's really hard to build camaraderie like that when you're not in school and kind of seeing each other at the lunch table and doing those types of things. So, I think that's a challenge that they face, but they're doing a good job of the Zoom meetings. And, just if they get out, maybe they'll go grab something to eat together and, do something like that. But that's really kind of been the most of what they've been able to do this year.
Well, it's been a challenge for everyone, and certainly for the girls hockey team is no different, right? So, but that's okay. We're almost here, ready for the third period. Bedford leads less than a minute here in between periods, letting the ice set a little bit. We'll get the referees out here. Souhegan's ready to go. I'm excited that Souhegan is ready to go. Usually, a team down 9-0, they're a little demoralized and so on, but these guys are standing up, cheering each other on, ready to hit the ice and continue to compete for another 15 minutes, which is fantastic.
Yeah, you can actually see the coach, Taryn Quinlan, the goalie, is standing right at the door, and the coach just kind of walked through the entire lineup of girls, and she's kind of talking to each one of them as she goes by and just giving them, some last-minute advice before they take the ice for the third period here.
Well, Bulldogs are getting ready themselves.
Yeah, it looks like looking down into the Bedford locker room or area here, dressing area.
Dressing area.
It looks like Coach Fifield is, giving some last-minute advice here as they head out to take the ice for the third.
Well, I'm excited. The third period's just about underway. Getting settled down, getting ready. They're getting up. The advantage here for the Bulldogs again is that third period fresh ice really getting an advantage for the Bulldogs with their speed. So hopefully they can set the tone initially and just kind of get out there and just start putting pressure again on Souhegan. Souhegan on the flip side is you're going to want to get the pucks over the red line and just send them in deep, send one person in and try to, win that battle. Bring two other forwards looking for a pass out front.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you come into a situation like this down, you're looking to win shifts and win periods, right? And
absolutely.
if you can kind of build on that as Souhegan, that will bode well for them heading into their next game. And then Bedford will come out here hopefully with a lot of energy and, kind of looking to finish this game on a positive note. Absolutely.
I do like the way they enter the ice, these Bulldogs, making sure everyone gets a little tap on the shoulders and shins and excited for each other. We're going to get underway here in a moment. So welcome back again. If you stepped away to get a little snack out of the fridge, I got my M&Ms here that Jason brought for me. So thank you very much.
Of course. Green M&Ms. I mean, when I asked you to help me out, you asked for the rider. I had this whole contract in rider, and it said green M&Ms. So I made sure you got those green peanut M&Ms.
First of all, thank you, Amy, because I know that Amy took care of it. But so we're just about underway here back at Sullivan Arena on the campus of St. Anselm's College. Third period action. Bulldogs going to go right to left in their white uniforms. Souhegan, dark uniforms going left to right. Looking for a quick start.
Look at the energy of Souhegan Sabres right now. They are making all that noise on this
ready to go. Lauren Thomas stepping into the face-off dot.
Got the door open here in the.
She's got Courtnoir. Man, I am butchering that name.
Yeah.
I'm not doing well with that one. I apologize. I'm just going to stick with Gabrielle.
Well, I did ask my daughter earlier, kind of some of the nicknames, and her nickname is Bree. So I think we go with Bree.
Bree, there it is. There we go. We'll go with Bree. Well, Bedford with the puck, sending it in deep, pressuring the puck. Again, here comes Thomas looking back, dishing it back to Cassidy. Cassidy looking, going D-to-D. Nope, fires it back to the corner, possessing. Bedford continues to possession of the puck.
It's a crafty little play there by Grace Driscoll of Souhegan. As a defenseman, she put her stick right in Lauren Thomas's back and brought her down. That was a crafty defensive play.
Absolutely. Not being able to get that shot off, but really hustling back is Thomas. Looks like we're going to have an offsides play.
Yeah, Souhegan just got offsides there.
The little offsides play, the whistle of the referee looks like it had been frozen, and he didn't get a good whistle off. But we're going to have a face-off dot here in the neutral zone just in front of the Bedford Bulldogs bench. Taking this face-off is Ashley Bergeron. They have a player far wide. I don't think Souhegan is paying attention to the player in the distance here. Oh, we're going to get a strap, little strap fix. And 13 minutes here left in the third period running time.
Looks like Bedford has moved their winger back into position now. So
I'm not sure what that lineup was right there, but would have been interesting to see.
Maybe a set play.
Picking up the loose puck, coming into the zone. Here comes Hall. Hall with a shot on net, just sent wide. First to the puck. Bedford again. I like how they set up there with Bergeron going far into the zone, and they're just trying to take that puck in the corner and just push it behind the net and then work from behind the net, AKA like Wayne Gretzky did back in the day, right?
Yeah, he said that was his favorite place to set up shop. So, I mean, definitely Bedford is seeming to use the kind of behind the goal line area really well and to their advantage right now.
Bergeron carrying, gaining the blue line. Beautiful pass across. Couldn't handle that pass by Hall. Again to the corner. Souhegan looking to try to get that puck out. Down on the wall. Keeping the puck in at the blue line. Dish up to Bergeron. Couldn't quite reach it. To the corner. Behind the net. Trying to pass it out front. Deflected by the defender. Souhegan playing nicely in their own zone.
Souhegan's come out in this third period with some energy, and it's really good to see. They made a couple of good plays in the neutral zone there, and they definitely have some energy here in the third, which is great.
Absolutely. Trying to get that puck to a forward. Now with the puck. Passing it up through the neutral zone. It's going to be an icing call. They wave it off. That was Cami Greiner at the point. Greiner with the puck. Trying to control it. Oh, that could have been a big play right there. Broken up again. Souhegan had an opportunity for a break. Unfortunately, I'm sure that Thomas would have caught him because she's just got unbelievable speed at the moment.
Yeah, Carissa Bryant from Souhegan almost broke out there with a breakaway.
From a standpoint, like you said, winning this period, that would have been an opportunity for them to take that lead in that period. Beautiful pass.
What a save by Darren Quinlan.
Wide.
Wow.
Bree with that chance and opportunity for a goal just couldn't get it over the goaltender. Nice shot by Cassidy, just wide. Thomas tried to deflect it, but just couldn't get a stick on it.
Going to get an icing here, or it might go on. Oh, going to get an icing.
Icing is the call. Well, again, the Bulldogs are really just controlling the play. That was going to be a super quick third period running time. Once it's 7-0 running time as we enter the third period. So we're only going to get 15 actual minutes of hockey here.
Yeah.
Just wide.
Might be the fifth post.
It might be. Puck came all the way out to Cassidy after that puck went off the post, and the defender just wraps it around. Cassidy just keeping the puck in the zone. Bergeron at the half wall. Battling right there with DeLeo. DeLeo trying to get a stick on it. It's not out of the zone yet. Cassidy still battling. Bergeron trying to just chip it back in. Couldn't do it. Well, she just muscled one of the girls off the puck there. That's from years and years of playing with the boys. Shot on net.
Tipping with a great shot on net there. Another good save by Taryn Quinlan. Again, making the saves when she's called upon.
Oh, boy. Ashley trying to bring that puck to the front. She was going to look for DeLeo out front.
Oh, that's a great pass right there, too, to Cassidy.
Trying to find her. Hall tried to make a pass right there to DeLeo. Just couldn't get it across. Cassidy keeping that puck in at the blue line, carrying it in wide of the hash marks. Around the net, below the goal line, looking for a pass out front. And here's a shot from the point. Threw some legs off a skate, wide of the net. And here comes Souhegan making a play. Getting that puck in deep was Driscoll. Nice play by Souhegan right there, carrying that puck, controlling it, not letting it off her stick, and then picking up the loose puck when she had it knocked off and just getting the puck deep, allowing her teammates to change right there. Thomas just chips that puck in deep to the corner and then races to the corner in the battle with number 8, Hawks, and wins that battle. Oh, just out of the reach.
Here. We got Cami Grenier and
Wyden.
Annika. Cami Grenier wins that battle up to Joyce.
Joyce couldn't quite make that puck get over the blue line. Nice play defensively.
And see, that was a smart play there by Lauren Thomas. She got over the red line, gets that puck in deep, and then forces Souhegan to go 200 feet again.
Coming back on that puck. Gabby tried to go D to D. Couldn't quite get there.
Ooh.
Into the boards hard goes Thomas, and she's up, ready to go. She has the puck again on her stick, looking for a teammate. Rims it around, wide all the way around. Trying to chip that puck out was number 6. Joyce just lost a handle on it. Bedford pinned in at the moment.
They are, again, Souhegan coming out with some pressure, and this is, again, great to see from a team that's, down 9-0 right now, but really coming out and trying.
Thomas is looking for a teammate out front. Beautiful feed. Oh, just off the post. Boy, oh boy, not only is the goaltender having a great day, those posts are really playing well. Again, just forcing that puck in again deep. Delayed offside, waved off as they all get back up, tag up on sides. Couldn't quite get it. Going to get a waved off of an icing here. Defender touches the puck. Pushing the puck to the corner, looking for a teammate. Defenseman has it. Looking for a pass. Hall has it. Kept in at the blue line. Nicely done right there by 22.
Alice Serbin.
Beautiful play right there by Serbin, keeping that puck in deep. Defensively, nice play. And here goes the Bulldogs. Trying to make a nice play. Gaining the red line.
Good possession. This is the key, right? Have possession, carry that puck in, and then with your head up, look to make a play.
Battling on the blue line. Cassidy gets it at the blue line. Tosses it back in the zone. We're just having players sprawling all over the ice here. Souhegan trying to chip that puck, but kept in at the blue line, making it hard for Souhegan to get 200 feet down. Looking for a pass out. Bergeron keeping that puck in. Nope, she loses it. And tipped nicely by Hall with an opportunity here. Pass out front. Oh,
almost.
Just wide. Really nice play. Controlled the puck. Looking for a teammate. Can't quite get that puck. Bergeron was open, trying to get open, kept moving her feet, which was really what she should be doing. This puck couldn't get the puck to her. There's a lot of people over there. We're going to get a penalty. First penalty of the game. We're going to get too many men on the ice.
I think there might have been 7. I think there might have been 7 players on the ice there.
So we talked about this earlier. The challenge with that particular play is the puck is in front of your doors. And as that puck comes, players are stepping on and players are stepping off. And as the player on the ice, you always let the player off the ice get on first, which creates that imbalance of numbers.
And the key is there as a player getting onto the ice, if you see that happening in that puck there, you just can't make that. You can't touch that puck until that player gets off the ice.
They'll allow the extra players, but if you touch it, that's the key.
That's the key.
The moment you touch it, now you have too many players. So let's see how they set up a power play here. Cassidy with it and carrying in the puck deep in the zone. Bulldogs with 5.
Oh, great save.
Again, great save. Stopping it at the blue line. Shot from the point. Deflected.
That was a really great setup there, too. Cassidy went down low. Joyce was in the middle. I said Parker Joyce. Kendall Joyce was in the middle waiting for that pass and almost buried it. Karen Quinlan made a great save.
I'm sure Parker's watching this at school, and he's definitely saying thank you for mentioning my name in this game. But that's not him. I believe this is his sister.
That is definitely Kendall.
A little pressure here by Souhegan, short-handed. Looping back in, number 19 from Souhegan, Harnish with the puck. Dumps it in. A minute left on the power play for the Bulldogs. Really had one opportunity thus far.
Oh, good stretch pass there. Just missed.
Just missed. Joyce going after the puck. Carrying around. Souhegan looking to ice just to get it out of their harm's way, and they do.
Bedford's got a clear.
Still with an opportunity. Trying to get that puck to Bergeron. Couldn't quite capture it. Quick change of lines. Regrouping. Again,
solid penalty kill here by Souhegan thus far.
So 3:52 remaining in the third period. Bulldogs still lead 9-0 on a power play with 30 seconds remaining. And Souhegan really is really putting pressure on them here. Had opportunities. Here comes the Bulldogs carrying over with a nice move. Backhanded shot by Hall. Couldn't quite get it to the net. Bergeron to the corner. Chipped out by Souhegan. Kept in at the blue line. Looking for a pass out front. Here comes DeLeo. DeLeo with a backhander behind the net. Time running out on this power play as it comes to an end. And the Bulldogs get really one opportunity, one really great shot as it back to 5-on-5 here.
Yeah.
There's a defense, little breakdown. And a goal by Souhegan. Wow, what a big goal by Souhegan.
Big goal right there, yeah. They killed that penalty. Got a loose puck through the neutral zone, and Abby Hawks buried it when she got that chance. Like we talked about, you get an opportunity like that in this type of game, in a transition game, you got to bury those, and she did.
Well, certainly the Bulldogs now lead 9-1 with 2.5 minutes to go in this game. And as you mentioned, the key to the Souhegan side of this, the bench on their side, is let's win this period. And at the moment, they're winning this period.
They certainly are, yeah. And again, big confidence boost for them. They came out. They really worked hard in this period. They killed the penalty, and then, after all that hard work, was able to bury a nice goal.
Well, that was great by Souhegan. Bulldogs, had an opportunity to score on that power play. I think they got a little work to do on their odd man formations here, but I would say nothing short of really an outstanding performance by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, this whole game so far, the first couple periods, they came out really strong and fast. And, I think, Coach said, make sure we slow this game down and really make some good plays. And that changed it a little bit, the dynamic. But Souhegan, give them credit. They have continued to put pressure on and work as hard as they can in their defensive zone throughout this game.
Absolutely. Well, again, keeping that pressure on, keeping that puck in, tipping with a shot just wide. And around the net, here comes Cassidy again, keeping that puck in, carrying it down low. Boy, she is really tenacious on that wall.
She is. As a defenseman, she really makes strong plays. And again, here we are in the zone, and they're all looking for each other. Their head is up, and they're trying to make that nice, look at that pass to tipping. Trying to make that great play.
And really head up is really the key to that whole thing. Puck in deep again by the Bulldogs, really making it challenging for Souhegan. But as we get to the 1 minute mark remaining in the third period, Bulldogs still leading 9-1. Going to wave off that icing call. First on the puck, number 9, tipping, looking for a pass, avoids the pressure. Hawks right on that puck. Boy, Hawks is a really good player. We've seen her make some really nice plays today.
Yeah, she really is. She's a senior, I think a senior leader on this team.
Taking down Bergeron as Hawks makes a nice play, but she's headed to the box with a penalty. She knew it, unfortunately. Boys game, that's a fair play, but here in the girls game, no checking.
Yeah, no checking at all. That was a check. Really pushed Bergeron over right through neutral ice there and stopped that rush. But
yep. Well, this game's going to come to an end. We're going to maybe get a face-off here with 20 seconds, time winding down. Bergeron trying to win that puck. Back to the D, looking for one last shot. A slapper broken up at the blue line at under 10 seconds, and they're going to send it down. This game's going to come to a close as the Bulldogs are going to take this one. Opening game of the season, 9-1 with the victory. So a really good win. A really good win for the Bulldogs as a team victory, starting from the very beginning of that first period as they congratulate their goalie. But on the flip side, over to Souhegan, a pretty good win for them, too. They come out and they win that third period. So you get some positives to bring to that team going into the locker room and having a little chat with the coach.
Yeah, coming in on both sides of that third period, we talked about what both teams were looking for, and I think both teams did what they wanted to do there. Something new here during the season, I don't know if the camera was on there, but there's no more shaking hands after a game. We line up on the blue line and salute each other. Still a big part of the game. Sportsmanship is still a big part of this game.
Absolutely.
And, while we can't shake hands, we can still do that and show our support for each other.
Well, the Bulldogs have been known as a really sportsman-like team for many years for a school. They've won the sportsmanship award a number of times, so they've done this for years. So a really class act from the Bulldogs. But that's an NHIA rule, so it's unfortunate they can't shake hands. But while we bring this game to a close, we're at Sullivan Arena. We're going to head out. Big victory starting the season off. The Bulldogs are 1-0. And they have a game on Thursday night. So
Bulldogs
that's really
are
great.
1-0. They play Thursday night. And thank you very much for coming out and
No,
doing this game
my
with
pleasure.
us. I think it was great to be able to share this experience with all the fans that couldn't be here inside the building today. And I hope we did it justice for everybody. And I hope I hope you guys, everybody, enjoyed the game. That was a fun game to watch.
So again, my name's Steve Tempesta. This is Jason Bergeron. We can't thank you guys enough for joining us. Bulldogs with a big win. A 9-1 victory leading off their season with a 1-0. So that's a good start. So congratulations to Glenn Fifield and their squad. So good luck the rest of the season. And thanks for having us tonight.
Yeah,
we
and a big
appreciate
shout
it.
out to BCTV for carrying these games and allowing everybody to watch these games. So
Have a great night, everybody.
good night.